Good morning. It's Operation Winter Soldier, Japanese Turn 2. This is Panzer George. And first of all, I'd like to congratulate my Axis friends that they have complete conquest of the Mediterranean, and there's even a German fleet off Gibraltar. So, congratulations to them. And of course, we have some moves as well, combat moves. So, first, we'll start with our production. We have 48 IPCs. Thank you, Wild Bill, for watching our video and pointing out that I wasn't using the latest cards for BBR 7.3. So we have 48, not 43. So with 48 IPCs, I can buy 8 infantry, 1 destroyer, 1 bomber, and then I have 4 for technology. That totals 48. So now we're going to do our combat moves. Put this on there so you can see. So I've got some combats here. The first one is on Shensi. So from Shanxi, I'm sending in 2 infantry and 1 mech, supported by a dive bomber and a fighter. And so they have 3 left. As well, from Honan, I'm sending in 4 infantry and 1 artillery. And then I'm invading Hopei from Anhui, so I'm sending in 3, 4, 5 infantry and 2 artillery. That's just a walk-in, of course. And then I think you can see this with the camera. So I'm going to be sending in Quichao. I'm going to be sending in 1 infantry to take that territory, and then the remaining ones are going to be attacking Kwangsi, which I think is a new territory. So we're attacking Kwangsi with everything else from Hunan. So that's 3, 4, 5 infantry, 1 artillery, and I'm debating on the mech. I'm going to leave the mech there. As well, as you can see over here, I've got some transport planes. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take these 2 infantry from Fujian, and I'm going to transport them and drop them in Kwangsi. So that's 2 more infantry paratrooping in. And we're not attacking Guangdong. We're flying over. Actually, I think we have to actually go, it's neutral. So I'm flying through Hunan into Kwangsi. I'm just putting that there as a placeholder because I'm running out of room. So I've got 5 left, which should be able to take me to, I'll let 1, 2, I've got 4 left. So pair dropping these 2 guys, trying to keep the Chinese soldier up. He's not dead yet. I'm sure he's gonna put up a fight, hopefully not too hard. Okay, so, and then this transport up here is gonna take these 2 infantry and drop them into Shensi. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3 left with that bomber, that transport. I think you can see that there, so that's that transport. And also I have this, I think would be overkill. I'm going to send it in anyway just to be sure. So I'm going to send this fighter and dive bomber into Kwangsi. And they have 2 left. And the rest is non-combat. So let's get these things set up. So really there's only 2 combats, the one here and the one up there in Shensi. So I've got 7 Japanese infantry plus 1 artillery against 1 Chinese in Quang Si. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 is paired with an artillery against 1 Chinese. One, two, three, four, five, 6 plus paired. All I need is 1 hit. So I get the 1 hit, and the Chinese infantry fires back, and they miss. The next one I'm going to put on the board. Oops, let me put my battle board back. So I've got 2 Chinese infantry and 1 horse. I've got 8 infantry coming in. Plus a mech, plus an artillery. I've got a dive bomber and a fighter. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry, and then 1 paired with an artillery. Plus I've got a fighter, and I've got a dive bomber, and I've got to take out 3. I'm going to send in another dive bomber and a fighter from Kiangsu just to be safe. So that'll add another red and a blue die, just to make sure I get all 3 points. Okay, so let's do that combat. We're going to do this in 2 sets. First set, and I get 1 hit. So far, 1 hit. The next set, I get 3 exactly. So good thing I brought in those extra units. So the Chinese are dead, but they do get to fire back. So they have 1 cavalry and 2 infantry, and they get 1 hit. So 1 less Chinese infantry, and that's it for the combat. I'm going to put these forces back. Okay, so I'm going to land. These fighters, of course, have to land. Fighters and tacticals. Okay, so now we will land our fighters and do some non-combat moves. There's quite a few non-combat moves, so I'll just make sure I do them as carefully as possible. So first of all, we have to land these 2 here. We have 2 movement. So I'm going to land them in Fukien. Or you know what, I'll leave them in Hunan. So these 2 will be in Hunan. And then I've got these 2 here, fighter and tactical, which have 3 left, and they have 1, 2, 3. They'll go here as well. They'll go to Fukien. And then these 2 up here actually came from Kwangsi, so they have 2 left, and they're going to fly back to Kangxi. These 2 fighters didn't participate in the combat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the infantry in Johol into Shaanxi. The transport here that had 4 movement left is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. The transport in that dropped in Shensi has 3 left. 1, 2, 3. They're going to land in Manchuria. And then the fleet. Oops, I'm knocking down the Philippines. Sorry about that, guys. The fleet here is going to move down from all the aircraft carriers and P-39 are going to be moving down, along with the battleship. 2 battleships, destroyer. The submarines, one of them is going to move to Sumatra from Hiniat. These are all from P-39. The other one's going to move to Java. And then we have some transports to move. So the transports, this transport here in Okinawa is going to move and take one unit from Manchuria and 1 unit from Okinawa, and it's going to land them in Fukien there. And then these 2 transports in P-30 are going to move back to the Sea of Japan up here. And then these 2 transports will be moving down and taking 1, 2. Just 1 second here. So I'm going to make one change with this transport here. He's going to go up here and then down, so he'll be able to take the tank. And we can only land in one area, so I'm going to put the tank here and leave that unit in Okinawa. I'll take the unit from Okinawa and leave the one in Manchuria. That's what I'll do. Okay, so that transport stays there. And then I have 2 transports here, so let me make some change. So I've got 3, 4, 5. I've got 7 infantry. So I've got 2 transports. So I'm going to be moving 4 of these infantry. I'm going to be moving them down 1, 2, 3 to Hinian. And I'm going to be bringing down a cruiser down to off Malaya, and I'll be sending a cruiser and destroyer to P-39. And I'm also going to be moving an aircraft carrier 1, 2, 3 along with the destroyer. So the aircraft carrier in off Caroline Islands is going to do a friendly wave past the Philippines and be there to support our transports here. And let me just see if I've missed anything. I'm going to be moving this. Do we want to move that artillery and infantry? I don't think so. Have I landed everything? Oh yes, I can move I'm going to move these guys that were in Kiangsu, move them into Hunan. So now I've got a large force in there. Let me put my flags down. So now we're going to do disposition of forces. Let's start at the top here. Kurile Islands, I have 2 infantry. Oh, I got to put on my reinforcements. So I have a destroyer, which is going to go in the Sea of Japan. I have a bomber, which is going to go in Japan. And I have 8 infantry, which is going to go in Japan. Okay, so let's do disposition of forces. We have 2 infantry in Kurile. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 infantry in Japan. We have 3 AAs. We have 1 bomber. We have 1 fighter. We have 2 transports and a destroyer in the Sea of Japan. We have a destroyer and a transport off Okinawa. In Manchuria, we have it's now a bomber. It didn't carry anything. Oh no, it did carry something, so it's still a transport. Transport AA, 6 infantry, 1 artillery. In Shensi, we have a transport bomber and 2 infantry. In Shensi, we have 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry, 1 artillery, 1 mech. In Hope, we have 3, 4, 5 infantry, 2 artillery. In Hunan, we've got 3 tacticals, 3 fighters, 1 mech. Quicha, we have 1 infantry. In Guangxi, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 infantry, 1 artillery. We move 4 infantry down. We've got 2 artillery. In Fujian, we've got 2 artillery, 1 infantry, 1 tank, 1 tactical, 1 fighter. And I'm debating they can stay there. Okay. Kiangsu, 1 tactical, 1 fighter. I think I've covered everything. Off Hainan, Sea Zone 39, I have a carrier, a tactical, a fighter. I have 2 destroyers, a cruiser, and two transports with 4 infantry loaded. And then down here in Sea Zone 48, I have 2 carriers.